IDS, IPS, SIEM. If you've spent more than 5 minutes researching network security, you know the industry is drowning in acronyms. It's incredibly easy to get overwhelmed. This key takeaways table breaks down the 4 foundational security tools we need to decode today: the firewall, intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system, and SIEM. When you read through a list of capabilities like this, the immediate instinct is to just buy one of everything and build a seemingly perfect, impenetrable shield around your network. Every new tool carries a cost far beyond the software license. It consumes a massive amount of your team's limited operational capacity. Every tool requires a trade-off. Passive tools generate a mountain of alerts that demand human hours to read and investigate, while automated active tools carry the constant risk of malfunctioning and accidentally blocking your own legitimate network traffic. Resilience depends on selecting the specific combination of tools that protects your data without accidentally taking your business offline. Let's start at the very edge of your network with the essential baseline defense, the firewall. Looking at the advantages column here, we can see exactly how it works. A firewall acts as a rigid gatekeeper, allowing or blocking traffic based entirely on a pre-configured set of rules. But check the disadvantages. A firewall is only able to filter packets based on the information provided in the header of those packets. Think of a data packet like a piece of physical mail. The header is just the return address written on the outside of the envelope. The actual data inside is the letter, or the payload. Because a firewall is only sorting envelopes based on the return address, it never reads the letter inside. If malicious code is coded into an envelope from an approved address, it gets waved right through. A firewall is a mandatory first step to block obvious, wide-open attacks, but it is completely blind to complex, hidden threats. To catch the threats that slip past that perimeter defense, we move inside the network to the intrusion detection system, or IDS. As the table shows, an IDS actively scans internal traffic and sends an alert if it recognizes the signature of a known attack. But the disadvantages column is clear. It doesn't actually stop the incoming traffic. It just rings the alarm bell. It also relies on a database of known threats. If a hacker hits you with a highly sophisticated brand new attack that isn't in the database yet, the IDS likely won't catch it. Then there's the human element. An IDS is famous for causing alert fatigue. It will flag every minor irregularity, flooding your IT administrators with hundreds of notifications a day. An IDS provides excellent internal visibility. But if you don't have the dedicated human staff sitting there ready to read those alerts and manually intervene, the tool is entirely useless. If you don't have the staff to chase down alerts, you might look at the automated counterpart to the IDS, the intrusion prevention system, or IPS. The advantages highlight the key upgrade. An IPS monitors activity and takes action to stop them. But there is a major architectural risk. The chart points out an IPS is an inline appliance, sitting directly inside the physical flow of your network traffic. If that inline appliance loses power, crashes, or fails for any reason, the physical connection between your private network and the internet breaks entirely. Your office goes dark. You also have to deal with false positives. If the IPS misinterprets a legitimate data transfer from your sales team as a malicious exfiltration, it will instantly block it. An IPS solves the human staffing problem by automating your defense, but you trade that labor cost for a severe risk of self-inflicted network outages. Finally, we reach the macro-level aggregator of the group, Security Information and Event Management, or the SIEM. This tool collects and analyzes log data from dozens of network machines, including firewalls and IDS, pulling all events into a central dashboard. But reading the disadvantages, we see a familiar limitation. A SIEM only reports on possible security issues. Much like an IDS, a SIEM takes absolutely no action to stop or prevent suspicious events on its own. Utilizing a SIEM requires an immense amount of human capital. You need dedicated security analysts actively watching those dashboards, interpreting complex data patterns, and manually executing a defense strategy. A SIEM is the most powerful intelligence tool you can buy, but without a dedicated, full-time security team sitting behind the keyboard, it becomes an incredibly expensive paperweight. To build your stack, we map these tools on 2 axes, scope and posture.
The top half holds active tools, Firewall and IPS, which block traffic. The bottom half holds passive tools, IDS and SIEM, which monitor and alert without intervening. Horizontally, the left side guards the hard perimeter, while the right side focuses on deep internal network analysis. The operational dichotomy is stark. Active tools protect you while you sleep, but carry the risk of breaking your network. Passive tools give you pristine visibility, but require human hands to actually pull the trigger. How do you pick your stack? It boils down to one question. Do you have a dedicated security staff? If no, you're on the lean IT path. Your ideal baseline stack is a firewall and an IPS. Lean IT teams don't have the hours to sift through thousands of daily alerts. They rely on automated blocking, tuning their IPS, and accepting occasional false positives, vastly preferable to facing a devastating data breach alone. If you have the staff, you move to the enterprise path, adding the IDS and the SIEM to your perimeter defenses. The enterprise advantage is human analysis. Analysts can safely investigate complex anomalies surfaced by passive tools, stopping sophisticated, stealthy threats without risking the self-inflicted damage of an automated IPS accidentally tearing down core infrastructure. Mature enterprises will eventually scale up to use all four of these tools in harmony. But the sequence you adopt them in matters. Never invest in passive visibility tools like an IDS or a SIEM if you do not have the human capital available to actively read the dashboard and take immediate action.